Sunday Guardian, terror mastermind Hafiz Saeed's brother-in-law and Jamaat Ud Dawa's deputy head Hafiz Abdul Rehman Makki has admitted that pressure from Prime Minister Modi triggered the arrest of Hafiz Saeed in Pakistan. Rehman Makki in his interview stated, and I quote, "It's a weak attempt to bail out Trump and Modi from this scenario. Modi is involved in pressurizing Pakistan through the Trump administration, and India is clearly using us for her designs against Pakistan." Rehman Makki carries a bounty of $2 million on his head after Hafiz's arrest. Makki is in control of the terror outfit Jamaat-UD-Dawa. Abhinandan Mishra is joining us with further details on this story. Abhinandan Mishra, of course, is of the Sunday Guardian. Abhinandan, welcome to the broadcast. Just take us through some more details of this big exclusive of the Sunday Guardian.
Makki is, as we all know, is the second in command after Hafiz Saeed, and since Hafiz has been put under house arrest, Makki is the person who is carrying out all the activities and managing the affairs of Laskar, Jamaat-UD-Dawa. And since we spoke to him, and our first question was this, that who according to him is the person or the government due to which Hafiz Saeed has been put under house arrest, and he point blank told us that it is Trump and Modi.
So it's Trump and Modi that has led to the arrest of Hafiz Saeed in Pakistan. That's a confirmation, and we have to take it, extremely seriously, Abhinandan, because it comes, as you said, from the deputy head, Makki, who is literally carrying out the Jamaat-UD-Dawa affairs after Hafiz Saeed's arrest. So it's literally from the horse's mouth.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we also asked him whether, because certain media had reported that the Pakistan had put him under house arrest after the orders of China. But he has denied this specifically, and he said that it's India and US due to which Hafiz Saeed is under house arrest and not China. So this comes as a big step towards India's foreign policy and the way India has been putting pressure on Pakistan to act against Hafiz Saeed.
Absolutely, and this is a big victory, big diplomatic victory, isn't it, for Prime Minister Modi, Abhinandan, and given the fact that the harsh approach has really worked, it seems, because, there was the hand of friendship which India had extended to Pakistan. That didn't work, and then there was a very stern approach taken by the Modi government, including, of course, the surgical strikes and other measures where we simply cut off talks, and that seems to have worked.
Absolutely, and this is what officials are also saying, quoting our reports. Officials in the Ministry of External Affairs, they are also saying that this is a confirmation of the efforts that has been done by the Ministry of External Affairs, the diplomatic efforts that have been done by India to put pressure on Pakistan to take action against Hafiz Saeed. So this is, yes, I think a very big step towards the pressure that India has put on Pakistan, and especially when it's coming from the house, from the mouth of the horses, as you said, Makki.
Yeah. Well, it's also, of course, a combined effort, as you're saying, of India and America, and obviously, Donald Trump's aggressive posture on terror and combating terror seems to have obviously frightened Pakistan into doing this as well. So it's clearly, as you're saying, a combination of Trump and Modi. And Donald Trump, a lot of people had said this earlier, that Pakistan was trying to make and indulge in these face-saving measures so as not to invite the wrath of Donald Trump, and this seems to be one of them.
Absolutely, and this is something which we asked to him, that is this some kind of something like they are trying to do something? Pakistan is trying to fool the people of India and US, and Makki himself said no, that the detention period is 90 days and it is likely to increase furthermore. So the JUD cadre itself is very much concerned about what the actions are being taken by US and India.
Just stay with us, Abhinandan. In fact, we're also being joined now by Major General G.D. Bakshi, Strategic Affairs Analyst. He's joining us on NewsX. Major General Bakshi, what do you make, sir, of this big exclusive interview with Rehman Makki, where he's revealed, sir, that it is Narendra Modi, it is India's pressure along with America's that has led to Hafiz Saeed's detention?
Certainly, that would be a very logical inference to draw. But the fact is that the Pakistani ISI has a very well choreographed set of, defensive measures which kick in the moment they come under international pressure, and they are withdrawn the moment that international pressure abates. Now, the simple fact is that every time there is a hue and cry about Pakistani support to these rebel organizations, they simply start by putting it under arrest, changing the name of this organization a third or a fourth time, transferring funds to a different thing, and then they, wait and watch. And if things worsen, then they place him under actual arrest, like Jamat Ud Rehman Makki had been placed under arrest, but allowed to father a child and establish a command post in the Court Lakhpat jail. And the moment the pressure abates, the Pakistani court set them scot-free. That has been the song and dance routine that we have seen so far. And I don't expect it to be much different unless India also puts pressure and is able to convince the United States to put genuine pressure that goes beyond tokenism.
Absolutely. And this does show then that, there seems to be a good bonding point for Donald Trump and Narendra Modi. If they manage to achieve this already, Major General Bakshi, then, if, as you said, there is sincere effort on the part of America and sincere, reciprocity to our gestures and our approach towards terror from their side again against Pakistan, then there can be a lot achieved.
Donald Trump is certainly, he is very, very concerned that, his credibility should not take a dent, that everything he had promised on the campaign trail would be brought to fruition, on ground. And so far we have seen him go exactly as per that. The problem is that in the American establishment, there are a number of sectors which have traditionally been highly pro-Pakistan. People who have dealt with Pakistan from the Central Command of the United States Armed Forces and in the Pentagon and other establishments, there are people who have traditionally been Pakistani supporters. How much they are able to dilute, how much they are able to impose attrition, how much they are able to slow down Donald Trump, that remains to be seen. We hope not. Because, but the simple fact is that when 7 countries, they were banned, their citizens were banned and their visas were stopped, Pakistan, please bear in mind, was not in that list. Whereas Pakistan is the primary supporter of terrorism.
Absolutely. Well, Major General J.D. Bakshi, thank you indeed for joining us and giving us your perspective there. Lieutenant Raj Qadian, defense analyst, also joining us now. NewsX. Lieutenant Raj Qadian, how do you react to this this big interview that Rehman Makki has given to the Sunday Guardian, where he's revealed that it was only after India and America's pressure that Hafiz Saeed was arrested by the Pak government, and he also, of course, admits that it is Narendra Modi and Donald Trump's continued pressure and, of course, joint alliance which has led to this step being taken in the first place.
Absolutely. The fact that Hafiz Saeed was taken under house arrest, under pressure, mainly from Americans, because that is a new development. Modi's pressure has always been there. But this interview coming out from his proxy, his brother-in-law, Rehman or whatever his name is, it doesn't surprise anybody. I mean, they are still trying to crib that Pakistan is acting under pressure. For him to assume that Pakistan is the epicenter of Donald Trump or Narendra Modi perhaps is absolutely unfounded. Yes, Indian pressure is there and has to be, because we've been victims of terror attacks that originate from Pakistan. He has been clearly found to be guilty in the Bombay Khan 26/11. So our pressure has always been there, but to say that he has now been taken under custody because of Modi's pressure, perhaps I wish it were true, but I don't think that is true. The pressure is mainly from Pakistan. Nor is Donald Trump's survival in any way political depends only on Pakistan. So they are trying to gain kind of self-importance that we are so important, the whole world is focused on Hafiz Saeed. Well, he is a global terrorist, he should be declared so. All the restrictions and sanctions, everything. Pakistan's latest action to put him under anti-terror attack is a result of all that international pressure, which is a good development, should have been done a long time ago. But this statement coming out from his proxy, who is still not in custody, needs to be ignored for everything else that he says.
Okay, well, it should be ignored, as you're saying. And it also shows how, this is just a face saver from Pakistan, isn't it, Lieutenant Al-Qadian? The fact is, they may have cracked down upon Hafiz Saeed, but the control of the outfit has gone to his brother-in-law, and they're trying to change the name. Who they're fooling?
Yes, this is Pakistan's action is a desperate last-minute action when they could not avoid. Even China would have nudged them. Look, we can no longer bail you out permanently. You have to find a solution. The man has to be curbed. The baton passing on to his brother-in-law, of course, is an internal matter of that Jamat Ud Dawa. Obviously, he must be a trusted person. So that is of no concern to the international community. The fact is that the head of Jamat Ud Dawa, who was controlling LET and using LET to launch terror attacks in India and Afghanistan and everywhere else, has been put under house arrest, obviously under pressure from the international community led by America. Soon after they banned the entry of 7 countries, which is still undergoing legal hassles in America, Pakistan was warned that you will be next on the list. So obviously it is under that threat that having Bombay 11 is now more than 8 years old event. They never acted under India's pressure. Yes, India's pressure was there and will continue to be there as long as they do not curb the terrorism that comes over the border into India.
Yeah.
But everything else that they are saying is of irrelevant. I mean, they think that Pakistan is the only, it is the hub of the world attention. That may not be so.
Absolutely. Well, Lieutenant Raj Qadian, thank you indeed for joining us and giving us your perspective and your first reaction there. Let's go back to Abhinandan Mishra, who's still live with us. Abhinandan, as the defense analysts we were just speaking to are saying that yes, it is of course only after India and United States exerted pressure, but there's a lot that is still left to be done and desired.
Yes, there is a lot left to be desired and done, because people like Masood Azhar, who carried out the Pathankot attack and the Uri attack, no action has been taken against them. And the next logical step after the house arrest of Hafiz Saeed is likely to be an action against Masood Azhar. And this is what our sources are saying, that now after Hafiz Saeed, the government of India is putting pressure through US, as Lieutenant General Qadian said, to take action against Masood Azhar.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Abhinandan Mishra, for joining us with all those details there. Thanks for being on the broadcast.